Hello, everybody. I'm here at a Pakistani restaurant in Mississauga, Ontario. It's called BarBQ Tonite, and I do put podcasts, but all my other interests, and I do focus on food as well because I eat out a lot, and so I do mini reviews. I don't have a lot of viewers, and I also talk about other things, cars, cats, my daily experiences, and other issues, And I used to be a psychology professor. Now I just do podcasts for fun, but I normally don't do only a podcast about a particular restaurant. I usually include it in my other, footage. But because the people here are so good and the food is so good, I'm actually going to do a little promotional video for them for free, obviously. And the owner is sending me a dessert. I'm opting for gajar halva. So let me just explain. This is a place in Ontario, in Mississauga, Ontario, and that is Dundas Street over there, and that's Hurontario there. And the place was, funnily enough, recommended to me by a by a white person, a non-Indian, non-Pakistani, actually employee at the building where I live. And he's one of the concierges. And one day I was coming back with takeout food. And he said, that is the gajar halva. Now, gajar is carrot. Yeah. And it's very, very sweet, and they cook it. And he's brought the owner has sent it to me complimentary. The young man just told me that there are, I think I knew this, there are 2 locations. There's one on Dixie, so that's the street over there, that way, I think around Eglington, by the, closer to the highway 401. This one is closer to 2W, it's a mile to us, So let me just explain the food, and this is going to be the first ever podcast that I've done that is only food. Usually it is food and all the other daily pushes and activities, and it's embedded. It's my daily routines. But since they're doing, he sent me this very nice gajar halva, and the young man was very friendly, very nice, very helpful. So and I even spoke to him in my broken Urdu, so I can understand it, but it's very hard for me to speak it. So let me take you through the dishes. So I'm a kind of a specialist in the things I really like when I go to Indian or Pakistani restaurants is naan and kebab. Now, I don't eat beef. This is one of those things. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat beef or lamb or any of that stuff. But I will eat chicken. I eat chicken, I eat seafood, and I eat vegetarian. That's been my diet for about 25 years. So my purely vegetarian friends go, please give a great break to the chickens. But I do like chicken kebabs. I really like chicken kebabs with naan. So this is a chicken kebab. It's like the beef. They call it reshmi. So the chicken kebab, they call it reshmi. So it's like ground chicken, and they mix it with spices, and they cook it in the tandoor oven. The big clay oven thingy back there. You can see the chap back there. And that's what they cook the naans as well, the naan breads. They do it in the big. Now, I like this naan because it is a butter naan, but it's not super buttery. It's not it's not like swimming in butter. It's quite dry, but it's very good. So and it was nice and hot and fresh. Now this is, they call it I think prawn masala. So that's shrimp, really, prawn shrimp. In Urdu I think you call it jinga. So what they do is they cook it in the masala with green peppers, onions, and the usual masala spices. And there is a fair amount of oil, but that's good. In Indian food, my mother actually, my parents are now actually living in India. They used to travel back and forth, but now they're just, they're in their 90s. But she taught me how to cook. And when they were here and we would have, visitors, and when she was still cooking, she'd put a lot of tail or ghee, And I was like going, when I cook, I put a lot less. I cook with like olive oil and I put a lot less. But this is it does cook better. And my mother also said it looks better. because they associate the looks. It has to be kind of, it has to have tail, oil. But it's very, very, very tasty, And I strongly recommend this place, So if you happen to stumble on this, I am the Nutty Professor. I'm a former psych prof. I do podcasts about my own interests, cats, cars, food, and there's some more serious ones too, but psychology, philosophy, and some things about addiction and stuff like that. But this is one of my lighter ones. I'm going to do it purely on this restaurant. This is located on. So I have so few viewers that I don't think it's going to help them out much. But because I don't really advertise for viewers, because I don't promote, I don't ask for the people to subscribe. I do the podcast entirely for myself. So I have 50, 100 viewers at most. My earlier ones I had hundreds, almost 1,000, but those were professionally taped in the studio and promoted. And now I don't do any of that. This is I just do these for fun for myself. So, and I want to share. I genuinely want to share that this is an excellent restaurant. So my concierge, my white concierge, he recommended it. I came home one day with takeout food, and he said, have you been to BarBQ Tonight? And I said, I've heard of it. I think I saw the ad for it, or I saw it online somewhere. But I said, I have never been there. And I've been to a lot of Pakistani places. There's one downtown, on Medina. There's one. There's a bunch now that I've discovered. Britannia, also in Mississauga, Britannia, and Mavis area. There's sort of a Pakistani enclave, and they have kebab, naan, and salads. But this one had a shrimp. So I came here today. There was some things happening in the day with my house in the country and other things, and I felt like coming out for a nice dinner. And the concierge had recommended this place, so I came. Very, very pleased with it. Very nice people. Excellent young man, very helpful. There's a feel that you are, and as I said, I don't have much connection with family. My parents are in India. They're, being looked after there. I don't actually go there because I don't fly. It's a long story, but I love the food, and they were very hospitable. It really feels like you're visiting family. So. Strongly recommended. BarBQ Tonight, and I am the Nutty Professor saying, BarBQ Tonight in Mississauga, 2 locations. It's like those people that do they used to a long time ago for the car dealerships and stuff. They used to come here, come by. This is my Nutty Professor. I recommend things when I do in my podcast based on cats, because I am a cat person. So rather than stars, I do paws. So this place gets 4 paws up. So 4 paws up is 1 paw, 2 paw, 3 paw, 4 paw. This is like 4 paws up. Bye for now from the Nutty Professor. Bon appetit. That's not really an Indian Pakistani way of saying it, but bon appetit. And I really, really enjoyed the food, and I will come back. And I'm going to have this packed. It's going to be like a late night snack, and then for tomorrow. Excellent food. I don't think I need to explore the Pakistani restaurants now. Bye for now.